Hi, PAC members. Author Gordon Carroll here. Hey, just to keep up with all of the people who read my books, if you get my emails, you know that I give little stories of my police career. I was a Marine for 7 years, and I was a frontline street cop for 35 years here in Colorado. Started off as a police officer with the Glendale Police Department, which is what I modeled my book Gunwood, USA after. And then I moved on to be a deputy sheriff with the Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office, where I served for the rest of my career. And I eventually became the lead canine trainer, training a bunch of dogs. I worked 4 dogs in my career, always on point with the dogs, and had a lot of fun just catching bad guys. So what I do in my newsletters and what I'm going to start doing here on this channel is some stories from my career that are a little bit different than the average police story. So the one I'm going to tell today is when I was a rookie, I got called to a possible domestic violence. When I got on scene, I met up with this 6'6", almost 300-pound Native American male with jet black hair way down past his shoulders, holding a towel over his face, over one eye. And he had holes punched in his face, round holes, almost like somebody had put bullets through him. So I came up to him and said, "What in the world happened to you?" I called rescue. They started on the way. We went inside and he said, "Hey," so I was at a restaurant with my girlfriend and we were sitting there talking. And while we were talking, she just kept going on and on and on and talking and talking. And I was getting so bored of it. I thought, I know how to stop her from talking. So when the waiter came over, I said, "Hey, would you like to go on a date with me?" And I said, "The waiter or the waitress?" And he said, "No, the waiter." And I said, "The guy?" And he goes, yeah, the guy. And I said, "Why did you do that?" And he goes, "I just wanted to shut her up." And it shut her up instantly. But she got so mad, she got up and she walked out. So I got up and I followed her out. We get in the car. She's mad. I can tell she's mad. We drive off. So we're driving down the road and I'm going like 55 miles an hour. And all of a sudden, she takes off her high heel stiletto and just hits me right in the face with it. And just starts whacking, hitting me in the face. And he says, I was so shocked, I didn't know what to do. I almost crashed the car. So I pulled over as quick as I could. And once I pulled over, I grabbed the shoe away from her, I threw it out the window, and she sat back and I said, "What in the world are you doing?" She says, "I can't believe that you would try to pick up on that guy while I was right there with you. Furious with you." So I said, "Okay." And we started driving again. And we were almost back to our house. She takes off her other stiletto and she hits me right in the eye and pops my eye out. And I said, "What do you mean she pops your eye out?" He goes, "No, she popped my eye out." I said, "What are you talking about?" And he says, "Look." He takes the towel off of his face and his eye is literally hanging on his cheek. It was surreal. Big punch right in the corner eye. It must have gone in and just popped it right out. And so he's sitting there with that hanging there. I'm waiting for rescue to show up, blood all over him. And I'm like, wow. I said, "Well, where is she?" And he goes, "She's upstairs sleeping right now." And I said, "Okay, you wait right here. Paramedics get here, let him in. I got to go check on her." Because now I'm starting to think, man, did he kill her or something? What's going on here? So I go upstairs and he's like maybe 24, 25 years old. So I go up the stairs. I go in, everything's dark up there. It's kind of creepy. I go into the bedroom. I knock on the door. There's no answer. It was open, but there's no answer. I knock again. I can see like a lush blonde hair coming over the covers, covered up like this. I'm like, wow. And there's just like a little, I don't know, a mood light or something in the room. So it's just kind of an eerie glow. So I go up and I'm like, "Ma'am," and I'm knocking again. And I go, "Ma'am, ma'am." And she doesn't answer and she doesn't answer. And I'm like, so I kind of pulled on her shoulder. When I pulled on her shoulder, she turned around like this, like in a horror movie. And she's almost 60 years old. And she's got blood caked all over her face. It's his blood. And she looks at me like this. Ah! Scared the crud out of me. Almost peed my pants. So I'm like, ah! It's one of those few times in my police career I really got scared, but that was one of them. You're going to hear me say several times as we go through there, the amount of times I got scared in police work was probably about 5 times. I'm really scared, but you're going to probably find that it's more than that when I start really counting them. But I just jumped back and she's just like, ah! Turned out she was perfectly fine. She corroborated everything he said. She said, "Yeah, here he's going to hit on this guy right in front of me while we're dating." And I'm supposed to just take it? She says, no way. So yeah, I hit him with my shoe, and I would hit him again. And so we ended up taking her to jail. He went to the hospital. They were able to put his eye back in. And as far as I know, he recovered his sight. So just one of those weird little police stories. So anybody listening to this, I urge you to get my books, Sheepdog series with Gil Mason. I also have some standalone books. I have Gunwood USA out. I'm about to come out with a horror novel right now just in time for Halloween. So hope you all can join it, and talk to you soon.